Your live, interactive coverage with Good Day Maine will begin soon. Good Day Maine's Friday Favorites starts right now.
Good morning. Happy Friday, Christian.
Happy Friday, Katie. We made it to the end of the week and
We made it.
didn't feel like a full work week because of all the holiday stuff going on.
I think we can all agree that it was a weird week. It was a really weird week. I mean, having the 4th on a Tuesday, I don't know. I mean, it's like great for many reasons and not great for other reasons. And it's hard to get back on track.
For lack of sleep reasons,
Yes.
This week has been brutal. But yeah, a very fun week. But yeah, we need to put 4th of July back on a Friday or a Monday or Saturday, Sunday.
We didn't need that extra day in there for sure.
I know, a 3-day weekend for 4th of July is plenty. Not a 4-day.
Plenty of celebrating. I want to just toast to the forecast. We got our Dunkin' this morning.
We got our iced coffee. There's Emily. Hey, Emily. Emily's got her iced coffee too. She got from Starbucks. So.
Ooh, Starbucks, fancy girl.
Cheers, Emily.
Cheers. I mean, iced coffee is an absolute must in this weather.
Yeah. Oh,
absolute
definitely.
Must.
I mean, I walked outside. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm back in Georgia. Like it was.
I haven't been out there yet, and especially because we've been used to it being so cool,
right,
and dark, and all of a sudden it kind of like hit us in the face.
And now it's like in the forecast, like, yes, it'll be a little wet this weekend, early next week, but overall the forecast is pretty good. I mean, nice. I feel like we've gotten out of the worst of it, and hopefully we can just forget that June just happened.
I know. I mean, we've been really, really hoping for this, and it's finally here. But it is an adjustment a little bit.
That's for sure. Yeah, and it is really feeling quite hot out there. I mean, it is, 9:32 in the morning. And look at these temperatures. This is pretty crazy to see this early in the day in Maine. Feeling like 84 in Freiburg, 84 in Sanford. Wow. It feels like 82 already in Portland. I mean, it is really cranking up that heat out there already. And it's just going to get even hotter this afternoon. We saw so many 90s yesterday. And today we should see more of that again. But I mean, this is all we want to see, right? Beach forecast, beach day. Yes.
I know. And I was at the beach yesterday and it was absolutely stunning. I mean, I know you had said it was going to be one of the top beach days probably of the season. And it truly was, because you had that gorgeous breeze coming off the ocean and you were getting hot, to want to go into the water, but it wasn't unbearable at the beach. It was really nice.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like, I feel like these 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which, we finally switched back to some hot, humid weather. I think they really will end up as some of the nicest beach days because we've been so deprived. Yeah. I feel like we appreciate it so much right now. Like in August, when we've had several weeks of nice weather, hopefully, you don't appreciate it as much. So I feel like we really appreciate this.
Oh, I went out of my way to go to the beach yesterday, like drove over an hour, combined a round trip because I was like, I have to do it. We missed out so much in June,
Right.
So
we really did. I mean, the beaches are hot today. The lakes are hot as well. Michael's saying, bring it on. It's summer in Maine. That's exactly right. I'm glad the weather finally cooperated heading into July. Travis saying finally broke down and put the AC in yesterday. We were actually talking about this, Katie. The last couple of nights have been pretty warm.
I know. So that actually, I put this banner up. Travis, you're one step ahead of me this morning. So Travis put in the AC yesterday. I put mine in 2 days ago. And I have to say, I have not slept better. It is so nice having it in. So Christian, when do you think you're going to put yours in?
See, I lived through all of last summer, which was a very hot summer here, with no air conditioning somehow. But I don't think I can do it again, Katie. These past couple nights were brutal, and I did sleep okay last night, but I mean, I'd sleep so much better if I wasn't.
I know, we need our sleep. Yeah,
exactly. So today, I'm just gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna go buy an air conditioning unit today, and I will have a good night's sleep tonight. Hopefully.
Yes. It's going to feel so, you're going to be so happy you did it. I
I
promise.
know I will. I know. And then I have it for good, and I'm good for the rest of the summer.
Oh yeah. Oh, those things last forever. Ours is so old. I think John's parents gave it to us a while ago, and it's still kicking. So
wow.
It is a good investment.
Well, that's good to know. Yes. So I'm excited to get the AC cranked to my apartment later on today.
Yes. Just enjoy, splurge. And we know, so we're excited about, these improvements, and campgrounds, they must be jumping for joy. Because look at this. This is the weather that you want at, campgrounds and amusement parks and things like that. And they haven't had this. They didn't have this basically all of June.
Right. I mean, the entire month. I mean, save for a day here and there when we got lucky. I mean, it was a washout pretty much the whole month. So, yeah, finally getting some nice weather. I'm sure a lot of people have postponed plans, and now they're finally getting to go do them. So, yeah, and I'm sure many people are going to be. Hopefully, the campgrounds can pick up the slack that they missed in June.
I know, that is the hope. I'm actually just going to close this door real quick. Give me 1 second. So. Something else that when we were running this story, which something I didn't think about was a lot of people kind of like wait till the very last minute to book those long weekends based on the weather. Right. And so, they probably are used to accounting for that extra business at the last minute, and they weren't getting that in June,
That's right. And it's all the states around us, Massachusetts, down into southern New England, New Hampshire, Vermont. And even like places like New York, all those people, they can just look at the weather. It's easy to drive up for the weekend. Yeah. So I bet a lot of those trips were canceled all last month. So hopefully this month, everybody can come up to Maine and enjoy some nice weather. Hopefully it sticks around for a while. Yeah,
well, Shane says we've been at Lemoyne State Park all week. It's absolutely gorgeous here. And that's what I hope, too, that some people maybe took the whole week off. So even though the 4th itself was rainy, for most of the day, I mean, you really, if you toughed it out and stayed for the week, then you're in really good shape.
Then, yeah, you got 4 or 5 really nice days. I mean, so yeah, hopefully you can enjoy at least this afternoon or this evening. Definitely a day to like leave work early and go to the beach.
I agree, especially on a Friday. But we have to talk about this unbelievable damage in Jay. Look at these roads. So this was this, what day did this happen, Christian? I'm trying to remember.
I know, because we've had several of these flooding events where we've seen 6 inches of rain. This was 6 inches of rain in 3 hours. Yes. Is what did this. I want to say this was last Thursday evening or Wednesday evening, because
it wasn't the Sunday nights. There was a Sunday night storm, and then there was another storm later in the week.
Right. And I think this was the later in the week one. Yes. And I remember I was off Thursday and Friday, and it happened when I was off. And yeah, this is crazy. All of this, I mean, you step outside, it feels like we're living in Florida right now. We're seeing the same exact air mass that is over the southeast, that's over us right now. So it's tropical downpours that we just are not really, used to seeing this much rain in such a short amount of time. And so 6 inches of rain in just a couple hours, and it leads to massive problems like that.
I know. And we ran an update this morning that there are still people, they're trying to fix the road so people can leave their homes.
I mean, that is crazy. I can't imagine being trapped for the entire week, especially the week of 4th of July, just being trapped at home. I wonder, I mean, I'm assuming they're ferrying these people back and forth, in a necessity situation, but I have to wonder, I mean, what is life like when that happens,
I know. No, it's unbelievable. And they're also working on trying to get a disaster declaration. I mean, there's some serious damage. We've been following this since it happened. So definitely more updates to come, but I just can't believe this video and some of the images. Poor Kelvin Smith, he shared some of those photos. I just can't imagine walking out of my house. Let's see if I can go back to, here we go.
Was it that one? Yeah, that's crazy. And the water flowing, I mean, just over the roads like that. So dangerous too, because you can't really.
Oh, there he is. Look. Yeah. Look at that.
That is just unbelievable. The way it ate up his entire driveway is really crazy.
Okay, so how about we show some other crazy?
Man, this was a crazy story, especially because no one was hurt or no one was killed by this.
Look at this. Into a restaurant. Look at that damage. Unbelievable. This crash in New Hampshire, Laconia, the Looney Bin Bar and Grill. There were many people inside. It was packed because it was like the holiday weekend.
And the weather was pouring rain.
Right. So everyone's inside, of course. and 14 people were injured. But no one died, which honestly, people inside were like, I cannot believe that everyone survived.
It's
Because,
pretty amazing
yeah,
watching that video, and it's like the car doesn't even slow down at all. It almost looks like it almost speeds up heading into that bar. You don't see
I
it slamming on
know.
its brakes or anything. So it hit that place full force. It's truly
Here it
amazing
is.
that the injuries or the deaths or the damage wasn't worse with that sort of a
Right.
crash.
Oh, it's there. Here it is again.
I mean, it's
See them crash, and then it almost veers up, like it
right.
accidentally hit the gas, maybe. And
I
when
mean, and that's it seems like it would be very possible, right? In a
right,
panic after you get slammed into, I mean,
right.
you just a couple seconds, you're just in shock where you know, you might slip your foot and hit the gas. But yeah, I mean, I heard there were broken bones.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, amazing that so lucky that it wasn't worse.
So lucky. And obviously they have to now focus too, obviously recovering, from the injuries, but the restaurant itself is going to need some major repair. So I'm
Right.
curious, I'm sure they're insured, but still that'll be an interesting follow-up to see when that can actually reopen.
I mean, I feel like I'd have a heart attack just sitting there when that car flew in.
I know.
I mean, the this total surprise of it would really be something to
Right. And it's like
experience.
you never expect to be struck, but maybe if you're crossing the street or something, you never expect being inside a restaurant and
Right, or
something
like
like
when you're
that.
driving, of course, you're always thinking,
Right.
there could be an accident, but when you're just sitting inside, yeah, that's never something I think of. But,
No,
next time I'm sitting at a bar and I'm sitting by the
I
window,
know.
maybe I'll think of that.
On a busy stretch of road, yeah.
Yep.
Well, this is kind of fun. We've got a new bowling alley coming to Southern Maine. You might be familiar with Bayside Bowl. They are expanding, which is really cool. I mean, they've seen so much success and growth over the past few years. So they are buying the former Sea Dog on Broadway in South Portland, which already is a bowling alley and was a bowling alley and was a bowling alley before Sea Dog was there. So that kind of lays like a good groundwork, I feel like for Bayside.
Yeah, it sure does. I've been to the Bayside Bowl, the main one that's in Portland, and I love that place. I haven't been bowling there, but I've been to the rooftop. What a great space in Portland, great views
Yep.
up there. And the other place that they're moving into in South Portland also has great views. It's right on the water, right
Yes.
on that trail there.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm excited for this to open up, and yeah, it's cool. I had no idea it was also a bowling alley
Yes.
already in there. That's so
Oh
great.
yeah. So we would go to Easy Day. That was what it was when we were in the Sopo area. We'd go there, pretty frequently, especially on like rainy days or something like that, winter days. And then we were so happy when that closed that Sea Dog opened, and then we were bummed that that ended up closing. But I mean, I can't imagine a better company than Bayside,
Right.
because they've established themselves as such a big bowling spot. They basically have put us on the map, the Portland area on the map when it comes to bowling and the PBA and all of that. So I think they're going to do a really good job with it. And it's always was pretty busy when we would go there before to the South Portland location. So hopefully they see good business.
Right, right. And I heard when we ran the story earlier in the week that they couldn't even book some leagues
I
anymore.
know.
The original Bayside Bowl, it had gotten so popular, so it's good they'll have like the room to expand to
Right.
have new people, new leagues come in and bowl. It's cool that Portland has become such a bowling destination.
I
It's such a fun sport.
agree. I love bowling. So
Me too.
we'll have to go sometime because
I am very, and I love it. Oh, it's so competitive too. I love it.
Yes, it gets very competitive. I don't know why I didn't go bowling in June. Like June was the perfect month to go bowling. Why did we not think of that?
I don't know. I know we could have gone basically every day in the month. I
Yes.
mean, we would have been pro bowlers by now, but oh well.
But the nice thing about Bayside Portland location, you can go to the rooftop, enjoy the nice weather, and then cool off by doing some bowling
That's exactly right. And today you'll want to spend a good amount of time back inside
in the
cooling off, I
AC.
think.
I agree. This is also so much fun. We've been talking about this all morning. You can't miss the orange.
Nope.
You still have you changed your tie.
Oh,
But
I
you
just
had
took my tie off for
that's okay.
casual Friday, casual Friday. It's sitting over there though, but I had a nice Moxie orange tie on earlier.
Yes. We love the Moxie Festival. And I think that just what sticks out to me is the passion in the community. Everyone is just so excited. Moxie's so much fun. And so Jeff and Johnny were out there live all morning talking about everything Moxie. And you could just feel the excitement.
Yeah, you really could. And it's just so amazing to see like how the whole town is just so behind this product, so
Yeah.
behind Moxie, and just is so proud that it comes from that area. And it's just so nice to see that, you know, you can just feel like that the fair has a magic to it almost, or like something really special about it.
I'm putting this question up for anyone tuning in. Have you tried Moxie? Do you like Moxie? Because it is a very they call it a distinctively different
Right.
drink. And I would say it's also kind of divisive because I think you either love it or hate it.
You know, I feel like if it was like a more nationally known beverage, I feel
Yes.
like it probably wouldn't be that like, ooh, you know,
Yes.
controversial because I mean, if you think about it, there's Dr. Pepper,
Right.
there's Coca-Cola, there's Pepsi, like there's all these different tasting sodas. So I feel like it could probably fit in, but because it's really such a Maine thing, I mean, I had
Yeah.
never heard of it until I moved here. Yeah, I like some Moxie. I remember the first day I ever tried it here, and I remember the weird aftertaste, but once you
Yes.
get used to it, I actually do really enjoy a Moxie.
Yeah, you feel like it's like a mix of Coke and Dr. Pepper or something along those lines.
It almost has like a bubble gumminess to it,
Yeah.
like a candiness to it. I don't. It's hard to explain, but it's got like a root beery Dr. Pepper Coca-Cola kind of combo almost.
Okay, this is true. Travis says as long as you drink it cold.
True, and
I
very
have
carbonated. It has to be
yes.
like the first few sips when it's really really like bubbling. Yeah, that's when you want it too.
And Joe says Moxie definitely an acquired taste. You either love it or hate it. Definitely a main thing. That's the thing. I mean, I still love Moxie. I don't drink it much or really at all, but I want to celebrate it.
Yeah,
And I
I'd say
do
I
like
have like a Moxie once every couple of months. You know, I see it at the
sure.
store. I'm like, oh, Moxie. Like I almost forget about it, and then I'm like, oh, I do enjoy it. You know, as an occasional treat.
Yes. And I liked what Johnny was talking about, the Moxie float. That sounds right. I haven't had a float in so long. And that
Same.
just does sound so great on a summer day to have any type of float, whether it's Moxie or root beer. But in this, with this event happening, make it a Moxie float.
Right. There's nothing better than pouring some soda, root beer, Moxie over some vanilla ice
I
cream. That's
know.
just such a good combination. Yeah. And
Mhm.
well, it sounds really good
I
today,
know. Sounds
especially after
really
how hot
good.
it was yesterday.
I
Ooh, I
know.
could use something like that.
Yes. So obviously, if you're heading outside today, you definitely want to take it easy and
Sorry, Katie. I
hydrate
didn't
and
mean to
everything.
block off your
Oh, that's
webpage
okay.
there.
Oh, there we go. We got it back up. We're working on what I think is really cool. I'm going to remove that because Moxie Festival, we're done. So we're working on coming up with like a list of 10 things that, to benefit our viewers and give you some ideas of things to do this summer. And they range, we did 10 places to watch the 4th of July fireworks, 10 food trucks to check out this summer, 10 breweries to check out, and we have this great list of 10 hiking locations you can check out. And I feel like this weekend, it's going to be a little cooler, so maybe a little better hiking weather than the past couple days.
Yeah, I wouldn't say today or yesterday, the day before, is great hiking
No,
weather. I don't know if I could haul myself up a mountain in this heat and this
I
humidity.
know.
But this weekend, yes, it will be a little cloudier, so the sun won't be beating down on you if you do want to hike, and it will be a little cooler as well, and still pretty dry. So yes, looking a lot better for hiking this weekend. And I mean, we live in one of the best hiking locations in the
I
entire country, if
know.
not the world. I mean, we've got so many great places here to hike. And I know Jeff, we really haven't had great hiking weather lately. I mean, June
Right.
was a washout. The trails were all just mud and rock and washed out. I know Jeff's a huge hiker. He barely did any hiking last month. And now we finally are getting the nice weather. So hopefully everyone can get out and hike now.
What I like about this list too is that it has details on, whether it's a challenging hike or an easy hike, if you're looking for something that the whole family can do, or if you're an avid hiker. I think that this is really helpful. And then you can also see, how close these places are to you and all of that. But and like, things that you might be able to see while you're on the trail, sites, all of that. So I think that's really, really cool. So maybe we'll see
Yeah.
some people out going for a hike.
And it's
I also
amazing how many that you wouldn't even think about that are so close to the Portland area
yes,
or anywhere around you. There's just so many trails that you may not even know about.
look at some of those views. Oh, just beautiful. And that's the thing is at least for me, if I'm going to go for a big hike, I want to make sure it's nice enough that I'm going to get a nice view at the top.
That's exactly right. And see, I was going to hike Katahdin a
Right.
couple weeks ago or
Look at
last week.
that.
Glad I
Oh,
didn't because it was absolutely miserable. So hopefully I will postpone that to a day later this summer when it's going to be really nice and sunny out there.
yes. Okay, stop screen. How about this question from Joe?
The question of the day, Joe. All right, I've had a couple of destinations in mind. I've been swimming in the ocean a lot lately, and I've been
Right.
saying that I don't want to say I'm getting tired of the salt water, but it just makes you sticky, and then you've got to rinse off the
Yeah.
salt, and the ocean's a little colder. So I really would love to go to the lakes today,
Mhm.
although it is nice to just stay closer to home
I
sometimes, and it is
know.
cooler at the coastline. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to go to Mackworth Island today and do my swim there. I'm going to ride my bike so I don't have to drive and lose my great parking spot in Portland, and so that way I can work up a really good sweat going over there, and then the ocean will feel great. So
Oh,
I
I
think that's
love
where I'm
it.
going to go, Joe, today. So yeah, that swim challenge continues. Day
Yes.
17 today. Doing it all
Wow.
summer. I'm going till September 21st. So
Oh my
yeah, we
gosh. I
will
didn't
see.
know you were gonna, I thought it was gonna be a month. That's
So I was gonna do
amazing.
30 days originally, but I'm enjoying it so much.
Yes.
It's really motivating for me. I feel like it's so good for my mental health too to just have this goal to do every day.
Yes.
And swimming just is like very therapeutic. It just is, it's so many great things about swimming. So I'm like, 30 days. I was at 15. I was like, wait, I've already done
Yeah.
15. It felt so easy. I was like, I think I can extend it till the
I
end
love
of the
that.
summer. And I feel like I'll really appreciate and soak up, the short window of time every year that we do get to actually swim.
Oh, I love it. And you know what? Look at this weekend forecast. This is pretty good. I mean, especially compared to what we've had, like I'll take it.
We'll take it. That's exactly right. No complaints here about this weekend forecast. I mean, I remember a few weeks ago that one Saturday, it was Portland Pride Parade,
Oh,
and there was not a second that entire day that rain was not falling from the sky. So anything is better than that. And this is much better. Today, I mean, amazing beach, lake day. Tomorrow, too. I mean, 82 and humid is still pretty toasty. And there will
yeah.
be some extra clouds around, but should still be some sun. So it'll be pretty nice. And then Sunday, a little cooler, but more comfortable,
That's
and just a
good.
slight chance of rain. So it's really going to be a pretty dry and pretty nice weekend, I'd say.
Well, absolutely. I mean, anything's better than many of the weekends that we've had. So I think this is great.
Yes, and it's just so fun to see how everyone's like we've all been in the same boat where we're just like, oh
Yes.
my gosh, we are so tired of the clouds and the rain. And now we're like all it's like we're all giddy from
I
like the,
know.
the bit of sunshine that we finally are getting.
I know. I do feel like the weather, it's kind of brought us all together,
It really has. It has. It's
Yeah.
like all of us Mainers have lived through this collective terrible June, and now and now hopefully we get a much better July.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the hope. And we hope you all have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. Let us know what you're up to, and we'll see you Monday morning. So
Yeah.
enjoy, and good luck with the AC, Christian.
Yes. Thanks, Katie. I will definitely be getting that today.
Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.